continuing at Djose. Yes, indeed we are. We're going to start with the Djose temple, the cutscenes here. And obviously the Cloister of Trials. Now, in the last session, the battles weren't too bad. I think we did Chocobo Eater. And then we carried on all the way to Mushroom Rock. Then we defeated Sinspoon Gui. I think Demi worked, and that was one major reason it became pretty easy. And then we hung around in the second battle enough to see Seymour's Overdrive. And then we made it here. So in general, I think things have been going well. And this time around, we actually managed to save Luzu. Historically, in most of my playthroughs, Luzu dies, but this time he's made it. And so yeah, I think that's a general summary of where we're at the moment. Thank you all for tuning in once again. I hope you guys enjoy the stream. And I will get cracking. We'll probably, again, as usual, do about 3 hours or so, and just see how things go. So, I think, yeah, we already chatted to Luzu. We had that pretty intense scene of him, like, punching the temple and getting really upset about what happened, obviously. But now I think we can keep going. So let's do that.
So you're a champion of Yevon now, Braska?
I love the way he says that.
So you're a champ.
Okay, more summoners.
I beg your pardon, but may I ask your name?
I am Summoner Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
As I thought. The daughter of Lord Braska. You have the look of your father.
My father? You knew him?
No. I have never met the man.
The way Kimari steps up and just folds the arms, just in case anyone wants to get rude.
I am Isaru. I am a summoner, like you.
He is a guardian through and through.
I'm Bussy. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Maroda. I'm guarding my big brother here.
Since I was a child, I've always looked up to Lord Braska. I wished I would someday become a high summoner like he was. You must have some of your father's talent in you. I believe you might someday defeat Sin.
I'm not really.
It's nice to see lots of regular names once again, and also new ones. Every stream we seem to get some new guys coming in as well, which is really good.
Of losing either.
As Isaru turns up the sass a little bit. I love the way he says that.
No?
I have no intention of losing either.
Very well then. I accept your challenge.
Isaru!
Yuna, I beg your leave. Good luck to both of us.
Yes.
Yes. What is the stream schedule? My schedule is not, I'm not like a regular streamer, so it's literally one stream on Tuesdays every fortnight. So that's how we've been doing it so far. This is stream number 4, and at least I've been managing to stay consistent for the first 4 streams. So the next stream will be in 2 weeks' time on a Tuesday, same time slot, and that's how we're generally going to do it. Have you ever thought to make the entire live VOD available? No, because like the VODs are basically the live versions anyway. We've got the live chat and all that kind of stuff. It's in nicer quality, and it's in a much more presentable format. I don't like dumping like 3-4 hour like VOD style stuff. I think it's nicer to kind of space them out and kind of have a higher quality of production for them. And well, once they exist already, I think it's kind of pointless to basically like triple dip into the same content, like do the live stream, then do one big VOD, and then do the cleaner, higher quality 1 hour VODs. I think that'd be a bit silly. So I'm pleased with how it's been going so far. Right, I think there's not too much we need to do. We just need to get in there and sort this out.
Me?
You are Yuna's guardian, no? Maroda's heard a curious rumor. I thought you should know.
I think I'm the only person who likes Djose Temple. Honestly, I think Djose Temple's pretty cool. I've never found the cloister particularly annoying for that one.
Just be the fiends got
and just like the general design and
so
electricity and all that kind of stuff. I think it looks cool.
Sorry I don't know more, but Watch your back. Ain't much future for a guardian without a summoner, eh?
What? What? What y'all talking about?
We're talking about doing your job as a guardian.
Hey, I'm doing good. Right, big brother?
Please be careful.
Will do.
Djose was confusing the first time. Yeah, I think a lot of the trials, obviously the first time you
Djose!
do them, there's a little bit of fumbling around.
What?
And well, depending which trial it
We're
is, even on subsequent ones, there's a
Be
lot of
right
fumbling
there.
around. Bavel,
See ya.
for example. But this one, I think once you've done it once or twice before, it becomes pretty intuitive.
The cloister of trials lies within. Are you prepared?
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see the progress where, like, if you look at what happened in the Besaid Temple, then what happened in the Kilika Temple, and now you can just like rock straight up to this guy and he just asks if you want to go and you just say yes. So there's no BS anymore. We're a true guardian now.
All right, Guardians, at attention.
We are ready.
All right, let's do it.
I always thought that was a bit funny. Like the way he calls everyone to attention is it's as if he's going to make some kind of speech, like some kind of pep talk. And Ewan just says, I'm ready, and says, all right then, let's just go. And that's it. There's no speech. It always sounded like that to me. Okay, let's make a start here. Walker's the captain, yeah? Yes. He definitely, like, that was his, like, captain moment, but they didn't really let him, like, fully kind of... I expect at least a short little speech from him there, like, with that kind of setup. Should have worked. Would have been nice. Okay. So... what was the deal here? We had to kind of, like, get some kind of powered up sphere. And so we joined these two up. Not sure what exactly the order of events was here, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. Right, there we go. And then we just push one of these and then the sphere becomes like energized. Will you do a playthrough of the Elden Ring DLC? Yes, indeed I will. Prepare for like another 100 parts of Elden Ring, because that game's just too good. It's one of those where I just don't care if people don't watch it that much. The game's just too good. And a lot of people do enjoy my Elden Ring adventure. Did enjoy my Elden Ring adventure, so we'll definitely be doing that. My only fear about Elden Ring is that the DLC is going to clash and come at a really bad time. I'm starting to see some things floating around about how, like, I think some people have dug into some kind of files and they're seeing like Elden Ring DLC is showing up as a file name and that kind of thing. So I think it's not too far away. And well, anything could happen. They could just literally announce it and then like kind of drop it the week later. And it could clash with, let's say, Rebirth, which would be really annoying. And so I'm not really sure. I just hope that it doesn't come out a very awkward time for me. So we'll see. But I'm very much excited about the Elden Ring DLC. Given how much I loved the main game, it basically became like a top 5 all-time game for me. And I still enjoy like watching content from Elden Ring and trying to play, like do little bits and pieces here and there and stuff. So yeah, Elden Ring is just special. So excited about the DLC. So this should help it stabilize. But there was actually a Final Fantasy VII Rebirth trailer again last night. It was almost kind of shadow dropped. I didn't hear too much about it. I kind of found it myself. Usually if I miss a trailer, the community immediately, they're like, you know, they let me know one way or another. And this one was a little bit quiet compared to the others. It's like a 1 minute long trailer. And it, as always, the Final Fantasy like Rebirth trailers have been really good. So if anyone hasn't checked it out yet and you're still in the business of checking out stuff like trailers, definitely have a look at it. It's good. Yes, one of the highlights of the trailer, as Miller points out in the chat, is Cloud does a pretty emotional, intense scream of Tifa that I think you guys should hear. It's like you probably wouldn't have heard Cloud like scream like that in the story so far. So, but that alone is worth watching the trailer. I will hear it in the game. Yeah, I did a little poll just about like what are people kind of generally curious about in the run up to Rebirth. Like, is it more so what are they doing with like the story? Is it like the world, or is it the gameplay, the characters, that kind of thing? And the bottom option I put was just like, I don't want to see anything to do with the game until I've completed it already. And of course, like a big chunk of people selected that, and I don't blame you guys at all for that. It's definitely a good way to do it. But obviously, especially on this channel too, there's going to be Rebirth stuff being shown, so just be careful. But I'm going to do my job as always. Does not feel like 7 Rebirth 2 is coming out in 6 weeks. Yeah, it's really just I think for me as well, like from November onwards, time just really, like some kind of time dilation shit happens, and everything just moves so fast, and before you know it, it's already like February. And so yeah, it's moved fast. Now, did I grab this too early? I forgot exactly what the heck. No, I think it should be fine. The poll needs an option for all content. Yeah, I had a feeling that basically I thought if I do that, too many people are going to select it. So I kind of wanted to force people into making a choice, because it was like, which one are you most interested in? And so yeah, I think the story characters one had a bit of a lead over the rest. I blame the holidays. Yeah, of course. I've got like a lot of things happen basically in like November and December outside of the holidays too. I've got both of my parents' birthdays. My girlfriend's birthday is in late November, plus all of the usual holidays and stuff too. It's just it's definitely just a very busy time. Now, what was the deal with that's it, right? We don't have to push anything. Yeah, that should be it. Okay. There we go. It's a purple sphere, right? Yeah. So I don't think we've been using them so far. I said that I wouldn't use them for now, but we'll see how it goes. Might as well just pick them anyway. Okay. That was so bad.
Stop pacing around. Be calm and wait.
I took like half a step.
We wait here.
So I forget if you could just try and immediately run back out. Is that what we have to do? No. Maybe you have to speak to everyone at least once first.
You should try to settle down. Yuna will be blamed if anything happens.
Well, you again.
Yes.
Still traveling with quite the crowd, I see.
Burke tries Tekken 8. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
What is it, Bartello? You know this riffraff?
How can she not know, Sir Orin?
You are.
How?
Orin, no?
What of it?
Can I shake your hand?
Love this theme.
Orin. No, Sir Orin. You're the reason I became a guardian.
This is so good. Orin loves it. Look at him. He loves it.
Thank you, sir. This means so much to me.
Calling the personal guardian the Lord Braska riffraff?
And you call yourself a summoner?
Wrecked.
Bartello, enough. Get back here.
Enough.
Hang in there, buddy. Eh?
Hang in there, buddy. Oh man, I love that. What a flex, though. What a flex. Okay. Let's just talk to him after this.
I swear, I'll never wash this hand again.
Please, touch me with that hand and I'll remove it.
Okay.
You should try to settle down.
Yeah, it's the same stuff. Okay. I think now...
Stop pacing around.
Now we can try and leave. Yeah. Why not try Tekken 8? Because I don't play fighting games. I mean, I'm not one of those. I play absolutely
And
every
Sir
type of
Orin
game.
too?
So yeah,
And I hear Maester Seymour's
Tekken's
quite
definitely not
taken
my
with
jam.
you. The world must look different when you're the daughter of Lord Braska.
This has nothing to do with my father. I am traveling on my own, as a full-fledged summoner.
Oh, is that so? Then try standing on your own two legs for once.
Okay, that was a pretty nice little comeback from Donna.
Your guardians won't be able to protect you when the time comes.
Yeah, after that, like, destruction, she still managed to fight back a little. Fair play, man. She's spicy. Will Resident Evil 0 be played in Resident Evil series as well? Potentially, yes. We'll see about Resident Evil. I'm still kind of Resident Evil'd out for now, but we'll see. There's definitely still plenty more Resident Evil to play, so we'll have a look. But there won't be any on the channel for a while yet. Okay, so now we have to go in and find Yuna, right?
Get ready for the journey ahead.
Let's go. Yes, indeed. Just in time for bed hair Yuna. Ah, Luzu's in here. What does he say when he's in here? I don't remember the conversation or the line he has. He survives.
I suppose this is farewell, then.
Huh?
I'm leaving. Back to Besaid. I can't stay here eating the temple's bread forever. I'm one of the only crusaders still here.
Okay.
You're leaving, I hear. Farewell. I hope we meet again.
Yeah, I guess if we return to Besaid someday, we'll have to see what he says and how he's doing.
She was working until dawn, healing the wounded, sending the fallen.
Okay. I guess I'll just let her sleep for now, then. Ah. Morning.
What? Morning?
Don't worry.
But it's morning. I'm so sorry.
The panic.
I'll get ready right away. Just a moment.
I think he will be in the road back to Besaid Village when you go to fight Dark Valor. So that's before.
Don't worry. It's okay.
So we don't have to fight Dark Valor before we can speak to Luzu again? Okay.
Yo, sleepyhead.
Sleepyhead.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me.
Really, there's no rush. Here, your hair.
A summoner with bad hair. What's the world coming to?
You could have woken me up.
He's got some good lines.
We called to you, but with all that snoring.
Poor Yuna.
What is it today? Everyone's picking on me. You too, Sir Orin?
Once Lady Yuna fixes her hair, we leave.
I hadn't really laughed like that in a long time. It was only later that I realized. The only one really laughing then was me.
That line hits hard when you've already
Laughing
played
must
the
have
game
been
once.
the only thing keeping them going.
Yeah, that line is one of those you just don't really appreciate until you've already played the game once. I think you can return all the way to Besaid when you reach Makalania, but I don't think Luzu is there yet. Yeah, there's a lot of very interesting kind of dialogue and things that happen if you backtrack a lot. It's not something we'll be doing in this playthrough, but it's something I would generally advise. Basically, the best way to explain it is that there's actually a lot more dialogue that refers to what's going on in the story and the world than you might think. So if let's say right now you decide to just start backtracking all the way back to Besaid, you can pretty much do that. And there's different points in the game, like story points in the game, where if you do backtrack, the dialogue will update and change, and people will be talking about things a bit more relevant to what's going on in the world. So there's a lot of lines I've basically never heard before. There's a really good website. It's like a blog by someone called Oren Lu, and they've got like pretty much like an entire game script And basically they've also covered like all of these extra dialogues, and sometimes like I've taken an opportunity to read through some of that stuff, and there's a lot of like there's a lot of extra dialogue I've never heard before. So yeah, if you guys are you want to eke out every single little piece of dialogue and information about the game, I definitely advise some like backtracking runs where you check back and see what people are saying. Finished my first no sphere grid run last year. Also carried on and caught 10 of every fiend. Been considering how I could do the Dark Aeons. Not sure where I'd start on that grind though. I don't know, man. Like it's so far away now from. It's nearly 20 years ago that I started doing that challenge now, and so it's so far from like my memory and stuff, that if I was doing it now, like if I committed myself to try and do some kind of no sphere grid Dark Aeon challenge now, I'd just be using like the save editors and stuff to give myself the stats that I want. I just wouldn't be spending hundreds of hours, thousands of hours grinding. So yeah, honestly, unless you're like super pure about you really have to do the grinding yourself and you really enjoy that and that kind of thing, then I would just make use of the tools that we have in this day and age to speed things up. That's what I would do. But it's your call.
Off so early? Lady Yuna, you must be exhausted after working so hard last night. Will you be okay?
I feel that I have rested enough.
NPCs talking about the failed Operation Mi'ihen. Yeah, that kind of thing, for example.
Will you be leaving too?
Yes. First we cross the Moonflow, and then we head north in search of chocobos to replace those we have lost.
Once we find chocobos, our mounted forces will ride again.
Huh? Aren't you missing someone?
Captain!
Wait for me!
What took you so long? We're leaving.
You expect me to keep up with a chocobo?
This poor guy.
Lady Yuna, I wish you good fortune. Elma, Klasko, let's go.
Ma'am.
Hey, can I just rest a sec?
No complaints.
But yeah, I definitely like to do with the no sphere grid grind. I remember something about like, I was maybe even using like Remiem Temple and stuff in the early days. Obviously, a massive part of it is using like red spheres to upgrade your Aeon stats and stuff.
Baby, here we come.
And it was a case of basically getting Anima strong enough to defeat Kotos. And I forgot exactly like how you grinded the spheres for that early stage. But yeah, I'm sure there's guides online for it. I think like the grinding process isn't something that I really kind of explained or had in much of a guide for back in the day. So it's something you should definitely check out. David Hammond, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Glad you've been enjoying the content over the years. And glad you guys have been enjoying the Final Fantasy 13 challenge. I've been having a really good time with that one, I have to say. Okay, so what was the deal with these guys? We had to be a bit careful. I forgot how much damage we're doing at this stage. Honestly, it's been a little while. That's not very good. Honestly, I might swap in Yuna. She's got the stone proof.
Summoner Yuna, ready.
I removed the help text because it gets in the way of stuff, like especially the for the VODs, the chat overlay and stuff. And well, in general, I don't need the help text. I don't think most of you watching do either. But I think we'll be okay. Yeah, there's not too much we can do here. Let me just get through this, because of course the one encounter I did get here had to be the most difficult encounter of the bunch. Let's try a death. Why not? Does Dark Attack affect the Stone Gaze? Yeah, Sinus doesn't stop it, that's for sure. But I was just... So let me just do something. Let's at least get rid of one of them. Love to see Auron using death. There you go. That worked out pretty perfectly. How much damage is he doing now? 543. That's pretty good, but could be better. 205. 635. Okay, that's pretty nice. Okay. Oh, we got a soft shield. I assume that's a ward, but still, I think that would have generally helped. Yeah, nice. Okay. I'm seeing some talk about something that might be worth mentioning. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Yes, there is a Final Fantasy pub quiz in February. Basically, Daryl and Lauren of Final Fantasy Union decided to arrange an event like that. And basically, it's going to be... there's tickets still available. Definitely, like, check it out. I'm sure you can find it, like, on their channel if you Google it, on Twitter, that kind of thing. Should be a very fun event. So there's tickets for sale for that. And also, basically, they've invited a whole bunch of people that are going to be party leaders for the quiz teams, and they asked me to come along. And of course, I wanted to support them and to hang out with the Final Fantasy community. So I'll be there too. It's on February the 10th, Saturday, February the 10th. So if anyone's able to come down to London that evening, definitely come down. And hopefully we'll have a good time. Yeah, if anyone gets me as their team leader and there's anything to answer other than Final Fantasy X, I make no promises. When it comes to quizzes, I'm a one-trick pony for that. So, now, we have a TKO, which I think would probably be useful. Yeah, he does have... The fact that he's got these 3 spells is still very cool. Yeah, ammo will be there too, by the way, from the Spirit Unplugged mod team. Yeah, I don't think I have particularly great options against these guys. I don't want to, like, use a water girl or something. That would be a bit strong. Yeah, it's not going to be the best start here, but let's just... Let's see, maybe
Training, huh?
Maybe Titus can still hit. Nope. Will that event in London be streamed? No, it won't be streamed. I don't know what they plan to do in the future, but this is kind of like a... I guess like a pilot kind of test run to see how it's going to work. But yeah, this encounter honestly is not that good for us. We kind of need Waka to do everything here. Because 7,200 HP is a lot for us to take out, like just with pure damage. And so we need like help of the TKO, which obviously Waka's got. And these two are just hard to hit. And we don't have, like, normally you just use like Blizzard from Lulu to get the job done.
So you need someone with magic skills.
But now we only have Thundara. Honestly, I think I'll still use it. This should kill him anyway. Yeah. So thankfully, Lulu at least has one black magic spell that can help. And let's just get rid of this guy too. There we go. Oh, he's learned Slay already. Nice. Okay. How much damage are we doing now? 306. That's not that much. Oh, we had this too. I forgot about that. But we want to conserve MP, so if I think if we can TKO, that would be the better choice. So I'm having to focus a little more on the battles once again. So I'll check the chat once I'm through here. 669 on an enemy that's not weak. So that's not bad. At least that's about 1,000 damage for an enemy that has a weakness to it. There you go. Oh, reliable. Wordsmith in the house too. Welcome. Yeah, wasn't there like... Yeah. I don't have the map to kind of have a nice clean visual, but... Okay. So, how are we doing here? Defense +4. HP increase, we'll take that. I mean, that HP is looking pretty good. That is pretty damn good. We picked up the MP for Titus, and now we're heading back towards the rest of his grid. As Michaels gifts 5 memberships, thank you so much. Walker continues. He's going to get some health soon. This bit's pretty good for him too, like health-wise. He's got so many health boosts here. That's super cool. Okay. But Kimari, unfortunately, is going to reach pretty much the end of his portion of the grid quite soon, and we'll just have to see what happens from there. Yeah, those increases didn't really help much of anything. Okay. I need to kind of recheck everyone's stats, because obviously they're not what they usually are, so I need to make sure I know. Things could be different to what we remember. So, like for example, Titus' agility is just insane. But everyone has decent agility. That's one thing that's been quite interesting about this run. Like for example, usually Orin and Lulu are incredibly slow, and it's always a problem. But because of the earlier kind of high-level agilities that they've gained, they've managed to have higher agility, so that's really cool. Benji, thank you for the donation, appreciate that. So in terms of like front line, we have plenty of good options, so it doesn't really matter too much here. What I will check is we've got some poison protection here. Maybe worth a shot, honestly. Confused Ward, Dark Ward. It's good that we have a Confused Ward, honestly. Confusion can be very hard to protect against sometimes. And I think I'll just have a look at his weapon too. I'm inclined to go with Slow Touch for now. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so he can't take this guy. I should have kept the Fire Strike weapon. Damn it. So I think what we'll do is we can slow, because sometimes you like the TKO just doesn't work and it takes like 10 hits. But let's make sure this wolf is gone. Yeah, we've got plenty of time here. Should be fine. And well, still we've got quick pockets. I don't know when that's going to really come into play, but it's good that we have it. So I think we'll wait a bit here. And hope the TKO does its job. Not this time. But thankfully he's got Poison Ward, so that makes life easier. There we go. So it has a 50% rate, which is very high, and as Karifian already mentioned, it's definitely like both for you and against you, it's an incredibly powerful status effect. I do like the little touch, the break damage limit weapons for Titus have the Brotherhood's model. Okay. Yeah, Titus, that's the one thing, his strength is very low. Like his barometer of strength is always, can he take the wolves out in one hit? And if he can't, then that means he's basically underpowered. But Orin, I think, is still king for
Let's see.
This stuff. There we go. Do you have a mod to give experience to everyone regardless of presence in battle? Yes, I do. It's something I mentioned in the last session, but yes, it's something I do have. It's the Untitled Project X mod for the Steam version of Final Fantasy X, and it's basically something you can just toggle pretty easily, and it's definitely helpful for runs.
Look! One of Kimari's friends looks just like him.
What?
Both follow summoners on all fours. Hornless goatlings. Hornless! Hornless!
You come to insult Kimari?
Wrong. We come to warn little Kimari.
Yeah, this time they weren't as eager to fight him.
Summoners disappear. Never return.
after getting that uppercut.
Next will be Kimari's summoner.
Poor Kimari lost his horn, next lose his summoner.
Pitiful Kimari, howl alone, howl alone.
Yeah, Kimari is definitely pretty small compared to the other Ronso.
What? They were just picking on you?
Kimari will deal with them.
Oh, he will.
And I'll help.
Kimari alone.
But
You gotta love Titus sticking up for him there. Like, those two Ronsos, they're intimidating characters. And the fact that Titus is just straight up like, yeah, I'm gonna help. That's a real bro right there.
Let the Ronso deal with Ronso problems, yeah? That's how it's always been.
I mean, I'm worried about those summoners disappearing.
But this theme is just so
They
good.
aren't just disappearing into thin air.
hey, if we Guardians do our job.
But I associate it so much with Mount Gagazet that as good as it sounds, like it's one of these, like it's a location specific thing. Like when it's playing outside of Gagazet, it just doesn't have the same magic for me. Like Gagazet, like that wintry mountainous environment is just the place for it. Like it just, it's a different level when it's there. Someone make a 10-foot tall Kumari mod. Yeah, that reminds me of again, it was like I think it's the 14th year anniversary where we did the prototype version of Final Fantasy X. There was this really weird debug room test thing, and then there was like a giant keeper there. Hopefully there's some people in the chat that remember what I'm talking about. It was just so random. It was like, I guess they were testing something, and like there's this giant keeper and stuff like that. It was so random. It's absolutely hilarious. Again, if people haven't seen that before, I strongly recommend you to check out that stream. It's in like the VOD streams for the 14th year anniversary of the channel. Final Fantasy X prototype version. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Or a 4-foot Birana Yenke mod. Yeah, I'll take that too.
There were fewer fiends in my time.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? And yes, that was also where the McDonald's cup / can became a meme. But that's one thing that we did manage to clear up. Apparently the can is basically not used at all. So the can that we saw in the prototype is definitely just, it was there, but never basically made it into the final game. So that's a good one to know. But it would have been really cool if we just found some really obscure location where they used the can like one time. But unfortunately not. From what we know, it was never used. Wow, he can't even kill her. That's bad. That's bad. Well, it's been slowed at least. This would be funny if this hits. I had to try. Yeah, it's gotta be Waka. Should have been a super boss, yeah. Can we, Karifin, can you do a mod where you just turn one of the Monster Arena bosses into just a can? That's what I'd like to do. So instead of Thuban, you just have a tiny can, and that's it. But it has all the same moves. That'd be so good. Okay. So everyone now has over 1,000. Excellent. So far, so good. Wasn't there like another thing here? Right. I do wonder, I need to do a recheck of when we're going to get stuff like Steal and Use. Obviously in this session we're going to get Riku, and once we do we'll have another look at the sphere grids and what abilities she has and how we're going to proceed from there.
So who's next?
Mako Tsunami, thanks for joining the stream. Glad you've been able to make one. Hope you enjoy it. Yeah, so the TKO this time, it's not working. But since it's been slowed especially, it's not really a threat. We'll grind it down. But there we go. Magic pot hit hard times now lives in a can. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could be done with that can model. So any modders out there, I would say it might be worth it. This is honestly one of the few places where I kind of would like a map just so I can see what's going on. There's a few little bits that come off the path. They're usually quite visible, but I just want to be sure. Like, this one's definitely visible. Early on, characters will approximately be stronger because of disproportional stat gains. Yeah, we've talked about that side of things, and that's why, yeah, it could be more interesting later on. And that's also why I've locked everybody into their own sphere grids, basically, and I've not let them out, because that will make the later game much more difficult. Marco, thank you for the gifted membership. And congratulations, Tracy, on receiving one. Almost 200 people watching. Yes, indeed. The turnout for these streams has been great. Like, even though now it's starting to become a bit more of a regular thing, and it's not like the kind of new and glossy thing that it was the first couple of times, there's still plenty of you guys turning out and watching. So I definitely appreciate it. But yeah, that's why, like, this challenge could definitely get very interesting the deeper we get into the game. Things might seem relatively easy at the moment, and maybe they'll continue to be easy for a while, but I'm sure there's going to come a time as we get, like, much deeper into the game where things could get troublesome. And well, also, it kind of depends what other restrictions I put or what I continue to uphold, basically. Okay. But our next destination is Moonflow, baby. And then the Hypello. So I expect to see plenty of Hypello emojis soon. But yeah, Tidus' strength being that underpowered is definitely something I'm not really used to seeing. Because, like, if you're doing a no sphere grid game, like, Tidus is still a little bit stronger than Waka. And so to see, like, Tidus doing so much less damage than Waka is a bit weird. Yes, indeed. Unfortunately, anyone who's not a member is going to miss out on the Hypello emoji spam. But there's definitely a lot of green in the chat, so I'm sure there'll be plenty of it. But Lulu's getting some interesting weapons here. Wow. I mean, sure. It's unlikely to be needed, but it's a good drop nonetheless. Okay, more MP definitely helps, since he has Cure. Kimari with pretty much... Okay, he's got one more... Actually, he's got 2 more strength boosts after that. So 19 now. 23. 25. He's going to cap out at 25 strength. Okay. But yeah, just hold off on the Hypello emojis. Let's wait till we actually get there. Don't spam them too hard yet. And then we can go crazy. Speaking of going crazy, Auron picks up a 200 here, and then he's going to pick up 400 more here. Wow. So Auron's still being Auron. I mean, he's basically a better version of what he is in the normal run at the moment. Considering he's got Cura and Death and more agility. So Auron's doing great. No complaints there. Fundy, glad you were able to catch a live stream. Unfortunately, you can't stay. That's a shame. But thankfully, that's why we got those VODs. And it seems like a lot of people are still enjoying them. They're being watched quite a lot. So... hopefully something for everyone. Yeah, at the moment at least, Waka's playing very similar to how you would normally use him here with TKO.
Fight, fight, fight. It's
just the Ochu really kind of forces you to use it because the battles really drag on. 7,200 would be quite a lot.
I'm on a roll.
Ooh, that's a poison touch. We've been getting some nice drops, I have to say. Any free slots? No. Okay, but still. There we go. It's been a pretty smooth run through here as well. So I think until we... only thing I'm thinking... Nah, I think Waka's too strong. Basically against the next boss, I think we should still be fine.
No problem.
Glad you started doing it at this time. Yeah, this time has generally been a nice one for me. I'm pretty happy. I think for the foreseeable future, unless something changes, I'm going to continue to just to do it at this kind of time. Wow, he even missed. That's bad. Waka just doesn't miss. He just doesn't miss. Would you say this is an impossible challenge? Far from, but I am curious to just see how certain things play out, like more like in the late game. All right, here we go.
Whoa!
This is the Moonflow.
Yeah, this music's great as well.
These are moon lilies. They say that clouds of fireflies gather here when night falls.
The entire river glows like a sea of stars.
Really?
Remind me, even
I
in
got an idea.
in Final Fantasy X-2, do you ever see this place in the evening? Like, we never see this place at night, right? I don't think that ever happens.
Then, once
which
we
is a shame.
beat Sin, we're coming back.
Yeah, you never see the Moonflow at night, which is a shame. Sea of Stars, they ripped off Final Fantasy X with that game. Yeah, it would look super cool at night, especially with those fireflies. But yeah, it's another one of those moments where Tidus says something, and obviously no one replies.
Hey, we better hurry or we'll miss the shoe puff.
Shoe puff? That's some kind of boat?
Hmm.
Right, here we go. Almost there.
Whoa! What the? Whoa!
If there's a Final Fantasy X remake, we've got to have a day-night cycle. That'd be kind of cool, you know. Yeah. That would definitely be cool. Obviously, it would potentially mess up some of the FMVs and stuff, like when they happen and all that. But if we're talking a proper remake, then yeah, that wouldn't really matter
This
anyway.
is a shoe puff.
Whoa! Let's ride! Come on, let's go!
All right. We board soon as we ready, huh?
Yeah, can't spell Hypello without hype. That is very, very true. Do you consider doing some Final Fantasy 12 challenges? Not at the moment, but it's definitely on my mind. There's definitely some Final Fantasies that are a little bit more kind of neglected, I guess, and Final Fantasy 13 felt a bit like that. And I felt like there was a bit of a gap in the scene for some Final Fantasy 13 content, and that's another reason I want to do it, other than finding myself kind of missing the game a bit. And so 12 is kind of like that a little bit too. And so I definitely could do something for 12 in the future, but 12 is a very, very big game. And so I'd have to kind of figure out what I want to do and how, so we'll see. But magic up to 26, that's nice. Let's speak to Owaka.
Owaka, at your service.
What you got? Final Fantasy 12 Rando is very good. Yeah, I'm sure it is, but like I say, the game's just so long. It would be a massive, walkthrough, and I want to kind of focus on other material, I think. But definitely a chance I could watch it. So, we're almost done here. I will have a look at the shops.
I don't think so. It's bad idea, yes.
Please, we beg of you.
Impossible! Impossible!
What's wrong?
Legendary.
This guy won't let our chocobo on the shoe puff.
The way he waves his arms about, like, no.
Ah, it is kind of big.
It's just not fair.
He does have a point, though.
Let's see those high pillow.
So what? We just leave him behind?
Yeah, hey, I didn't say that. Just...
Oh, man.
It is no good. We will have to find another way. We will find a ford where we can cross on
There we
foot.
go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, Captain, sir.
I mean, we literally called the memberships like the Shoe Puff Riders, so you guys got to show
Where
out for
there's
this.
a will, there's a way.
Oh, boy.
That's our captain.
Yeah.
Captain just gets on the chocobo and leaves him.
Where there's a will, there's a way. Those words stayed with me. I wonder how Captain Lucille is doing.
I always find it interesting, like the stuff that the viewers are able to kind of notice and how quickly it happens. So before the sesh, I turned off the help text and I turned off speaker names. I generally don't like to have the speaker names, but I think it comes on by default or something. And it's the kind of thing where I'm just like, no one's going to care. No one's going to notice. And both things, like, they get noticed so fast. And I always find that stuff interesting. Like the collective kind of observation power of the viewership is always very interesting from my perspective. Okay. The struggle for freedom mod for 12 is pretty cool. Kind of challenge, like, more so just difficulty mod that rebalances things. Yeah, I'm sure. I think Final Fantasy 12 has a better kind of modding scene for challenge and stuff than 10 does, honestly. I think it has a more of like a real randomizer as well. So I still think 10's lagging behind, and that's why we need people like Carifian to make more mods and expand what we can do. Expand the game. Yeah, I'm sure most people don't notice, but that's the whole point of like the whole collective. If you have enough people watching, there's always going to be some people that are very like sensitive to certain aspects, and so everything will kind of get noticed. But then of course there's the other side of the coin, where sometimes I'll be editing a video or I'll be doing something and I'll be like, oh, I need to kind of change this. This is bugging me. Like I have to fix this. I have to change this. And then it's the kind of thing that sometimes no one notices the change that I made. Or sometimes I deliberately leave something in to see if someone's going to notice it, and literally no one comments on it and stuff. So it's always a funny balance between what people see and what they don't. But I'm not seeing anything I particularly think I need here. This one I always kind of tend to buy. Resident Evil randomizers are god tier. Yeah, they've got some really good stuff as well, honestly. I think more stone walls is probably a good idea. Okay. I think we'll equip that because we've got depth charges to come. Going to spend some time to steal outside Guado Salam. Not at the moment. Like I say, I'm going to try my best to kind of just make progress through the game and not like hang out and farm too much. So we'll avoid as much as we can. That's expensive. Yeah, I think we'll stick with it for now. Okay. So yeah, we don't have any lightning strike, but I think we'll go with this one. This one. Yeah, there's not much I can do there. And we have no have no darkness protection for Waka either, but I'm sure we can manage. We've got some overdrives available. And well, to be honest, I kind of forgot Tidus has his magic underwater, so we'll see. Okay. It is time, my friends. I hope you are all ready to ride the shoe puff.
Ride the shoe puff? All aboard?
All aboard. Let's go. Yeah, I don't have steel anyway, but even when I do get steel, I'm going to try to not farm. Launching. Literally, because of these guys, I just can't, like, I almost never say launching anymore. I always say it as like launching. It's literally changed the way I speak this game.
Hey.
Huh?
Okay, it's a lot of dialogue here.
What? Whoa!
Can't imitate those kinds of Hypello voice cracks yet. That's a level of voice acting talent I don't have.
Machina city, 1,000 years old. They built the city on top of bridges across the
Burke
river.
even types launching. That's true.
But the
Most of
weight
the time,
city
I
caused
also
the
type
bridges to
launching.
collapse,
Yes.
and it all sank to the bottom.
Right.
Like I just say launching to people that aren't like Final Fantasy fans either. I just obviously they know what I'm saying. Probably sounds a bit weird to them, but I just say launching.
Well, it would be convenient with all that water there.
No, that's not why.
That's not why.
They just wanted to prove they could defy the laws of nature.
I'm not so sure about that.
Ties to skepticism.
Yevon has taught us. When humans have power, they seek to use it. If you don't stop them, they go too far, yeah?
Who voiced that Hypello? I never wondered that.
You use Machina too?
I remember something about that. I think in the Ultimania it was weird. I think the Japanese voice actor is credited, but I think the English voice actor is not. I'd need some people to confirm that for me.
Remember Operation Mihan?
I think
that kind.
I think the Hypello is uncredited.
Or war will rage again.
War?
More than 1,000 years ago, mankind waged war using machina to kill.
I wonder if the Albed regularly dive down into the city too, looking for old tech. Honestly, probably yes.
They made weapons so powerful, it was thought they could destroy the entire world.
John Demeter voices the Hypello. Okay, then maybe it was in the Ultimania. I remember something about it.
The war did not stop.
What happened then?
Who else did John Demeter voice?
And it destroyed the cities and
John
their
Demeter is
machina.
one of those characters that voice like
war
multiple characters,
ended.
obviously, in the game.
And our reward
So anyone with access to
was
that
sin.
information, definitely share some of it in the chat.
Sins are punishment
It's
for
the kind of
letting
thing
things get
that
out of
I
hand,
kind
man.
of I read through in the Ultimania, and then within 2-3 years I just forget who was who.
That's rough.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, it is.
But it's not like the Machina are bad.
only as bad as their users.
It's because of people like the Albed screwing everything up.
What could that be?
So we'll see if Owen's able to tell us. He voiced Luzu and Bartello also. Holy shit. That's some range. So Hypello, Luzu, Bartello. Wow. Okay. Fair play. John Demeter. See you later, Mako. Take care. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, underwater water gun. I think that's what we've got to do here. So, it halves everything, which is a shame, but we can just do an underwater flare, and we can do 2 of them. But I think we'll maybe wait until it rises, because we have to do a certain amount of damage to bring it back down. So, we'll do that. The funny thing about this fight, you get sensor here because Yuna has it on. Oh wow, that's that's super cool, actually. Wow. Did not think of that. Let me... literally not a single item to use, by the way. In this randomizer, for those of you who haven't been kind of following along, Waka has used, but we literally have nothing to use at this point. He has Protect. Oh my god, I forgot about that. Fish. But yeah, let's try an element reels and fail here, because I always fail these. The first one always fails. It's too fast. Oh, I got it. Let's go. Okay. I guess I'm getting more practice. It's obviously just a practice thing. I tend to use it so rarely that it doesn't matter too much. But there we go. With a little bit of practice, you start to get it a bit more often. But it's still rare. I think I couldn't replicate it. So has it been slowed? I think it has been slowed. Wow. Yeah, getting wrecked. I'm literally just going to use flare then. Why not? The delay is not going to be as strong. Oh my god. Get wrecked. Oh, Tide is going to kill this thing with a flare. Let's go. Actually, let's try and kill it with a water gun. It might still do enough damage, even though it halves it. Let's see. Oh man, couldn't do it. That's a shame. But we can still do it on the next turn. I think being underwater and killing this guy with a water gun would be brilliant. So let's do that. Lulu, are you watching? Are you seeing this magic? He's got higher level spells than Lulu does. Exactly. You should learn some spells too, she said. Yeah, Titus is very far ahead of the curve on this one.